Hi Libra, and welcome to Divine Resolution Tarot. I am Chanel, and I'm the resident tarot reader for this channel, as well as for the Divine Resolution Tarot LLC business that operates in Minnesota. If you'd like to work with me personally, you can click the description box and it'll open up to tell you how to get there, okay? That being said, this is going to be a reading looking at the energies for the last part of June up until the beginning of July, all right? So just the 24th through the 1st. I hope all of you Libras are doing well. I'm going to shuffle the deck one more time. And I'm just going to do this. If any messages come out, that's what Spirit intends for me to know before the reading begins, okay? So whatever comes out in this initial shuffle, we'll take a look at it. It could be 2 cards, it could be 200 cards. I'm just the kind of person I look at them all, okay? So let's see, the first things that came out. We have the Fool, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse, the Knight of Cups, and the World. Two of Pentacles in the reverse, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, King of Swords in the reverse, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. All right, so let me just take a look at this for a second, and then I will tell you what it is I see. All right, Libra, what I'm seeing here, we have the Fool coming out first. So there's some kind of new opportunity or new situation that you're embarking on, because with this Page of Pentacles in the reverse, you're seeing that whatever your situation was is either unfulfilling, unstable. It's not the treasure that you originally thought it was, okay? With the Knight of Cups coming out next, we have an offer coming towards you, or an offer that you're wanting to give, because here with this Fool, it's like there's this new beginning. What's interesting to me though is that with the new beginning, we also have the World coming up in the reverse, okay? So I'm just looking to see if this is a new offer from a new person. I'm getting the vibe that this isn't a new person, because here we have this Two of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So someone's making a decision here. They're not trying to hold on to both pentacles. They're going to drop one. Whenever a card is in the reverse, you can go back to the card before it, which would be the Ace of Pentacles, and that talks about the opportunity for stability, okay? So with this card in the reverse, this energy is being blocked. We're going to move back down to the Ace of Pentacles, which shows me that someone's got an opportunity to free themselves because they've decided that the energy surrounding the situation isn't serving them anymore. And this is something that you've been dealing with for a while. This could involve a job with Pentacles here, but it also, with Pentacles, it can talk about anything that makes you feel stable, okay? It doesn't just have to be career. It can be your loved ones, your friends, your family, your home, your body, okay? So there's a decision that's been made here. And what I'm seeing with this Two in the reverse is that some kind of partnership has come to an end, okay? Whether that was you at a job or you with a person, perhaps it was a friendship or a housing situation. Whatever this was had you feeling incredibly trapped, okay? With this Eight of Swords in the reverse, I look at the Roman numerals here. So you have the 3, and that's showing me that there was a plan, but with that 5, it's coming to conflict, all right? So you're trying to figure out what the next thing to do is, because 8s talk about cycles. So this is a cycle that you don't want to live in. This is also a cycle, you know, because of this. It looks like an 8, but it's, I can never say the word. I think it's like a lemon skate. At any rate, this also talks about cycles. So something's definitely coming to an end. But what is interesting to me is that this World card here talks about endings, okay? And it's not in the upright. So either whatever's ending is not the end of the world and you shouldn't worry about it, or quite literally, a situation could be ending or changing, but there's still a karmic imbalance here Because when I'm looking down here, I see the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. I see the Knight of Cups in the upright. Okay, so someone's not in alignment with someone else. King of Swords in the reverse came out here. With the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So I'm feeling like this is interesting too, because this King of Swords energy is he can be deceptive to get what he wants, but he can be overly abrasive in his communication style. Also, he has trouble communicating exactly what he's thinking because his emotions and his mind aren't balanced, which I'm seeing that imbalance here. It's the emotional and the stability imbalance. So this could be pertaining to a situation that involves people, because we have this person here that was being blocked, right? Now, this energy is ending. Nines talk about integration. So how do you assimilate different things into your life? Which is very much what I'm seeing here, is that there's a problem with integrating two different elements into your life. But with the 9 in the upright, this is someone being blocked. This is this wall being built, okay? And that almost makes more sense than having these two cards come out together. Because if this king was being harsh to this person in this card, then there would be that wall, right? However, it's in the reverse. So it looks like somebody is being unblocked, but it doesn't look like the communication is... It's not moving. It's not moving. Like, if you are getting any kind of offer on an emotional level, it's not matched with stability. And with this world, it's making me feel like, Libra, maybe you're ready to walk away from the whole situation, whomever this is, because when you did communicate with them, they just kind of pissed you off. Libra, this is you, your air energy. And with you being in the reverse here, this is showing me that you're not in alignment with yourself, all right? So we're going to look into that and see what exactly that means for you, what the cards tell us. It could be that you're revisiting a situation that you know isn't good for you, or you're trying to decide how to approach a situation, I almost feel like. Let's do this spread, and we will see. I'm going to ask Spirit if they can give me any more cards to clarify what came out. If there's any messages that I missed, please give me the cards that I need to interpret the message that was intended for Libra before the shuffle. All right, one more. Eight of Swords in the reverse again. Yeah, I couldn't make that up if I wanted to. All right, I'm gonna put these over here. Let me see. So Three of Cups in the upright came out first, which can talk about celebrations, but it can also talk about reconciliation. Some people feel like that's the cheating card. I think it just depends on what's around it for me. It doesn't always signify that for me. So let me see here. I'm just going to look one more time. These two and this. All right. So something's going on where you're realizing that something that you've put work into it's not fruitful. It's not giving you what you want, okay? What's interesting is the Chariot in the reverse speaks to not moving on. And again, we have the Roman numerals, which are the 2 and the 5, okay? So the partnership, the conflict. With 2 sevens coming out back to back, sevens talk very much about dreaming. You know, it's almost that energy of the Fool a little bit, because it's like, the world is my oyster. I have so many opportunities. I can do whatever I want. But in the reverse, it's like, this is almost settling to me, okay? So the party's over, Libra. Whatever this celebration was, there was that loss of the 3. It's in the reverse now, so you're coming out of that and you're trying to pick things back up. We have the 9 of Pentacles, which is the single card. But with the bird here, I'm seeing messages coming in for you. I almost think, Libra, what I'm getting is that somebody thought that you weren't the opportunity for them, and they did something else. But they're coming back. That's kind of what I'm looking at. I almost am getting this vibe now with this coming out. It's like, whatever the situation was, if somebody left, you're coming out of your grief and now you're living your best life. You're not in this 8 of Swords energy anymore, feeling trapped. You've broken the cycle and now you're free. Because if you look, it's like this woman goes from being trapped in this situation to getting herself together, okay? You might be cutting people out of your life, Libra, that don't serve you, because it's like now you're coming out of this energy of being stuck and stagnant and grieving over whatever was lost, okay? I feel like maybe this is your friends and you're looking at them and realizing that they're not going anywhere. And with this star coming out, it's like you're getting intuition and insight from the divine or the spiritual or whatever you call it. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. And you've decided that it's time for you to do something else. So maybe you've been cutting people out of your life. Because this person over here, you know, initially they were in the reverse, right? And you were stuck. But now that you're unstuck, they're still blocked and they're watching you. And you've transformed into this better version of yourself, okay? And I think that's making people mad, to be honest with you. And you might be having to put people in their place with that King of Swords in the reverse. Hanged Man in the reverse. I think you went through a transformation, Libra, or you're going through a transformation. And you're going to kind of come out of, maybe you've been in the shadows and you've been really just like listening to your inner self and trying to decide which way to go. And now you're coming out of it and you're better for it. And people are mad, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. And it's like with the King of Pentacles, you're on top of your game financially. You're stable. You went from having that instability, like maybe everybody's telling you like, hey, Libra, I'm here for you. I care about you, with that Knight of Cups in the upright. But then when you really need them, right? Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, where are they? Oh, I'm busy. I can't help you. You know, today is not the good day to do that. Call me tomorrow, okay? So I think you just cut a lot of people out of your life because you were sick of it. You were sick of putting in, you were, you know, to the situation and not getting anything back. You were sick of having people only around when the party was happening. And look, when the party's over, then what? You're there to clean up the mess, right? You're done with that energy, Libra. You're coming out of that. You're like, nope, no thanks, bye. Now you're coming back after maybe being gone for a little while, working on yourself. You're coming out as the King of Pentacles, okay? So all these people are coming to you, Libra, and they're like, what have you been doing? Oh my gosh, what's up with you? You look great. Well, this is in the reverse. So you're like, you know what? Not so much. Like, where were you when I needed you? You were nowhere to be found. I did this by myself, so I'm going to enjoy this by myself, right? Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. I'm going to do your spread really quickly here because these readings have gotten so ridiculously long that I can't get through them all. And I feel bad for the people that are trying to support me because they're like, where's my reading? But I also do this professionally full time. So unfortunately, I don't always have the time to upload to YouTube. All right, I'm going to cut the deck for you, Libra. I'm going to lay the cards out and then I'll let you know what they are and what I see, okay? There's the World in the upright. There we go. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Wands. All right. I'm just going to set this off to the side. So Libra, the situation is the Four of Swords in the reverse, okay? So not only are you coming out of a period of really reflecting on what you want and what you want to do next, you've been kind of keeping your truth to yourself, okay? This is kind of the card of like, I'm watching what you're doing, and I'm not going to say anything about it until I'm ready to say something. But when I do, believe you'll know how I feel, okay? This is like you evaluating who's really in your corner. This card also talks about gratitude, okay? And it can talk about recovery. So you could have gone to like some sort of rehabilitation center. You could have just changed your whole mindset, because the swords talk about your mental clarity, okay? So you're coming out of that period in your life and you're picking up this sword. These three swords, this is like the plan. You know, you're just meditating on your plan. But with the Three of Swords, that speaks to heartbreak, you know? So I think you took time to step back and really think about who is in your circle. And you know, maybe something happened that had you just kind of wounded. Like, you know what? I just need a minute. I just leave me alone, right? In the upright, this card talks about being grateful, okay? In the reverse, this card talks about an ending. And it also talks about not being grateful for what you have. So I think you are really like, wow, you know, I need to put an end to the people in my life that are taking me for granted. Okay, I can pull one clarifier for this card, but I feel like that's the message the Spirit wants you to hear for your situation. I'm going to pull one anyway. And I think that's what makes these readings so long, is that I pull clarifiers, but I get so curious. Okay, so the Seven of the Major Arcana came out, which is the Chariot. Okay. In the reverse, you're not moving, which is fine because you were in this energy. The thing about it, though, combined with the Four of Swords in the reverse, is like you were ready to go. You know, you were ready to go. Maybe you wanted to leave altogether, and now you're trying to figure out who you can cut out of your life to make it possible for you to stay in the location that you're in. But I feel like whatever your plan is, because this Seven of Major Arcana has come out twice, the Chariot in the reverse, it's like it's not moving forward, okay? So we're going to look at why. What it looks like to you, we have the Four of Wands in the reverse, okay? So this is that celebration again, right? Everybody's around when things are going good for Libra. In the reverse, maybe you do come to this party and it's gone, or, you know, you get home to the castle and it's dark, you know. I think that with this Four in the reverse, it's not only speaking to an instability, because fours talk about stable and being stable and being able to manifest what you want, but I'm getting this feeling of just like people want to hang out but not with you. And I don't mean like it's like people only want to hang out, and it's not a matter of them not inviting you. It's almost like you just being shut out. Maybe that's what that card was about, being shut out. So you feel like you're not being invited, but it's not a matter of being invited to a party. It's like you're not being invited to people's lives. And it's not only that, it's like they're not there. They're not there for you when you're doing a lot, okay? So let me pull a clarifier, because now you're starting to recognize, you know, the imbalance. Maybe you thought it was you, and now you're starting to see people are just bad people, okay? So we have the King of Swords in the upright. So, you know, he came out in the reverse, and this position is what you want to do, okay? So you want to let everybody have it. What it looks like is that you just need to cut these people out of your life. In your mind, it's like whatever this situation was, you're just over it. You're like, you know what? I want to come out of a bag on you. I want to tell you about yourself because I'm hurt. But at the end of the day, like, this, what we have, it's done. It doesn't even matter, you know, like, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna heal myself because I don't really have time for you anymore. What I'm curious about, though, is this Chariot in the reverse that came out twice, and then the world not coming to an end. So that's what the situation looks like to you. What it feels like is an ending, okay? I don't think we need to clarify that, but we will, because the world talks about karma, okay? And that could be what it is like when you're looking at the situation, you're like, I'm just going to take the high road. I'm going to cut these people out of my life. You have the end clarified by the end, okay? And the Two of Wands. So look at this guy. It's like he's being attacked from the back. You know what I mean? Like, this is very much being blindsided. And you're like, I'm not living this way. I've learned my lesson with the world here. Something needs to change, right? Two of Swords underneath that. This is like a hidden enemy almost. You see how that wolf is just under the desk, like hiding, right? So you've made a decision about what you're going to do. You've made a decision with your mind, like your mind is made up. And the Wands talk about action. So again, I'm confused as to why the Chariot is in the reverse. It could be that you're just like, there's no future with these people for me. I'm done putting in the work, okay? It could be that. Death is kind of a nice card because it brings such a transformation that, you know, it gets rid of the old so that something new can come. The King of Swords in the reverse is the next card, and that's for what you will want to do, which we kind of talked about. You're going to want to, like, you know, lash out at everybody and just like, look, I don't know who you think I am. You got me really messed up right now, right? Clarified by the Lovers and the Empress in the reverse, okay? So something that you had planned didn't go the way that you thought it would. It could be a relationship here, some kind of partnership, but Lovers is a choice, okay? If you combine this King of Swords, who swings his sword so recklessly, he would cut these vines, right? And these people would no longer be attached. And that's where he's at. Like, this is a decision that needs to be made. Nothing's coming of this, right? Not at all. And so you're cutting people out. That's all there is to it. You've made the decision. You're done. You're done with it. You know. Let's see. Next card is the Knight of Cups. So this is the reality of what Spirit wants you to know, okay? The Lovers came out to clarify King of Swords. Under the deck was the Empress and the reverse. Under the Empress is the Emperor. All right. So they're all in the reverse except for the Lovers. And it could mean that you're in a relationship with somebody that even though you have that connection, the alignment just isn't happening and they're playing around and you're just over it. You're over it. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be cheating. It could be because that Three of Cups and then the Lovers and the Knight of Pentacles talking about instability. But whatever it is, it's like you can't move forward with this person because Pentacles talk about trust. You know, you trust the things that bring you stability. You trust that they're going to be there, that you trust that they're going to support you. So if you don't have that trust in whatever the situation is, whether it's family, friends, or love interest, you've gotten to a place where you're just moving away from it. You're done. There's no forward movement, though. The situation is the Knight of Cups in the upright. Knights talk about focus. They talk about action. Cups are emotions. And so this is interesting to me because we have no motion with this. What I'm feeling like here, Libra, is that you're a really giving person. And you're the kind of person where you act out on the love that you have for people. And with this Seven of Pentacles in the reverse coming out twice, it's showing me that you're planting seeds in soil that aren't growing. You're giving your love to people that you can't grow with. You're giving your affection and your time to people that are never going to return what it is you're giving to them. And it's not even that they're bad people necessarily, but people can't give you what they don't have. Okay? And maybe that's what you're starting to realize with this Four of Swords, this time that you've spent meditating and evaluating. Empty people can't give you anything because they can't give anything to themselves. Okay, Libra? So what I'm looking at here, what Spirit wants you to know, don't let your heart become cold, but it is time to move on. Okay? Because I feel like even though I'm seeing all these cards that are like, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, your Chariot is still not moving. That's like packing up everything you own into a U-Haul and then sitting in it and going nowhere. That's like where you are right now, okay? I feel like you should be taking your affections elsewhere, Libra. Taking your attention elsewhere. Is there anything that I'm missing from this card, Spirit? If there is, could you please give me a clarifier to help me? The Tower. See, this is crazy because Six of Swords talks about moving. You're over it. The Tower talks about getting rid of everything. Six of Swords in the reverse, though, you're still in your mind about this. You're wavering back and forth. That's got to be what that Two of Pentacles is about. You're not sure what to do. Give me another card for the Tower. Because this is very much the energy of the Tower. It's like, I'm going to knock everything down so that I can start fresh. I'm done with all these people that say they love me that don't. Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry, Libra. I'm just looking. Spirit is saying that you got to make a decision. Because with this in the upright, in a typical tarot deck, these cards are just about the weirdest cards I've ever seen. It talks about you thinking, okay? You're thinking about what to do. I feel like there's something the universe is trying to give to you. Because with the Ace of Pentacles in a traditional deck, oh, okay, you're supposed to see the Ten of Wands. The hand looks more like this, right? But here, it looks like the hand is giving to you. I feel like, to be honest with you, Libra, whatever the situation is, because they want me to see the Ten of Wands, you've been so overburdened by this for so long that it's like the universe is just doing the most to try to get you to leave. You know, so if you're feeling like the situation's getting really bad, it's because the universe is trying to tell you that whatever this is not in alignment with you. It's time to go. And for whatever reason, you're stuck in your thoughts because you make a decision and then you don't make a decision. And the universe is trying to get you to come in and start. See, yep, they want you. Here's your Chariot in the reverse, or that's been in the reverse and the upright. The universe wants you to start fresh. It's giving you a new opportunity for stability that all we've seen is Pentacles in the reverse, right? We have that Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So somebody's giving you offers that are like, this is like a cheap tent in 80-mile-an-hour wind. I can't trust this, right? It's time to cut the things out of your life that don't serve you. You've come to light about the situation, you know, but you're not leaving. The universe wants you to go. Take your affection elsewhere, because there's a stable offer. Okay, there's something new. Pages are the youngest of the court cards. They're the newest to court, okay? There's a new love offer, and look at this. It's something that would match the energy you give with the Lovers. I mean, they're reciprocating. You're in a situation where there is no reciprocation, right? The universe is trying to equalize that. They're trying to give you your good karma, okay? Because with this World in the upright, that's like karma coming in for you. And it looks like you've been putting a lot into situations that you're not getting anything back. And the universe knows that. And that's what I was saying. Empty people can't return to you what you give to them, because they can't give it to themselves. If they could give it to themselves, they wouldn't ask you. They wouldn't rely on you, right? Now it's time for you to let that burden go and let the universe fill you up, and let the universe pay the debt that those people have. Let the universe pay it to you, okay? Those people, they're emotionally bankrupt. They have nothing to give you. You know, you're waiting around hoping that they're going to one day care. They're just not. They're not. They're just really lower vibrational energy that you're not in alignment with. So you're holding on to something, it's just not serving you. There's so much more, okay? Energies that could help you. We have the 10 of Wands in the upright, which is an interesting card because I don't feel like that's particularly helpful. It's an uncomfortable feeling. 5 of Swords in the upright. It's at the bottom of the deck. King of Wands. Someone might be coming in to help you carry your burden. 6 of Wands. All right, so what do we got? Wow. Yeah, okay. There's something that can help you. There's people that are involved in this situation that you haven't thought about, that can come to your aid, is what it looks like, okay? Wow, I almost wonder if someone who's watching this has parents that were divorced, and now you feel like you're being caught in the middle. Because this is a really interesting, what I'm seeing. All right, so this is interesting, and I'm not sure what Spirit wants me to get out of this yet. But what I do see here is that you're overburdened with this 10, okay? Above you, you have a situation that looks broken. This looks like a broken home, right? This is the 4 of Wands. If you subtract the 4 from the 10, you get the 6, okay? 6 of Wands talk about victory. That's why there's the crown here. So what I think, Libra, when I'm looking at this, is you're taking on too many burdens that aren't yours, okay? The universe is trying to tell you whatever the situation is. It looks like there's people maybe even putting you in the middle of their arguments, okay? Whatever the situation is, you feel alone and you feel overburdened. But if you could cut this out of your life on your own, you'd be victorious. This is what's dragging you down. This situation, these people, like King of Wands is a great guy. Queen of Pentacles is a great lady. But with this 5 of Swords connecting them, it just makes me feel like, you know, and these people, look at them. Neither one are looking at one another. It's like they're good people, but their inner reactions with each other and the people around them, look. You know, he stabbed him right through and through. This is just selfish. These people are selfish. Okay, if you can get rid of the selfish people that are whatever this 4 of Wands represents to you, you know, whether it's at home. And it's hard because it's like they're good people, it looks like, but at the same time, they're just so selfish. You know, they're just so concerned with themselves. Come on. All right. What you don't know or what you should consider. We have the 5 of Pentacles in the upright. Okay, Libra? So this card talks about asking for help. Now, when you're in a situation, if this is a home thing, if this is, I'm not seeing really anything about work here, but if you're in a situation that's unstable, you may not be able to just go build this new life right away with this tower. You know, even though the universe is bringing in all these really great things for you in the interim, it's not realistic to, you know, live outside, obviously. But the 5 of Pentacles talks about allowing people to help you, okay? And that's something too, is like, if you're always the hero and you're always the one that helps everyone, who helps you, Libra? You know, is there somebody in your life that could be helping you that genuinely cares, that you are too prideful to accept the help? Okay? 8 of Swords and the Empress. I think that there's someone in your life that you don't want to burden. Okay? It could be your mom with the Empress. You don't want to move back home. Spirit is saying that actually wouldn't be that bad of an idea at this point, because it would give you that time, okay, to figure out what you want to do. If it's not a mom, it could be a grandma. There's some stable female in your life, okay, that you don't want to burden. And I think too that people, sometimes when people are very manipulative with this, like this Magician in the reverse, they cut you off from yourself. You see how this person is being cut up by people's words? And so you may come to believe propaganda about yourself, you know, based on these people's lower vibrational energy, where they're trying to keep you in a place where they can keep using you. Well, how do they do that? They cut you off from your higher self, you know, what you know is right. Because now, maybe these people, what they say about me is the truth. Maybe I'm not that great. I don't want to be a burden to this person that could actually help me get out of this situation. Okay, you can't think like that. Because once you drop this situation, you drop these wands, and all that's left is the victory. You have the capacity to be victorious on your own, okay? Energies that could hurt, we have the Magician in the reverse. So whoever this is that's manipulating you, you know, if you tell them your plan, oh, I'm moving out, oh, I'm moving on, oh, I got clean, I got sober, right? I'm building a new life. That's going to be that person that's going to try to undermine your progress and your success, because they don't want to be alone, okay? Misery loves company. Let me get one card. Oh, nobody ever listens to me around here. All right. I said 1. We got a ton. Okay. Judgment in the reverse. So when Judgment comes out, it's, you know, the angel blowing the trumpets and everybody rises from the dead, right? In the reverse, that never happens. There is no second chance. There is no rebirth, okay? Don't let these people manipulate you. This little butterfly, or dragonfly maybe, looks like a butterfly. His body is just weird. Maybe he went on a diet. He's holding the key, and he's flying away from this manipulation, you know what I mean, towards help, right? In the reverse, though, he comes back. He doesn't have that second chance. Stays in that energy, okay? 2 of Swords. You not making a decision. This talks about you ignoring this enemy, turning a blind eye to somebody that's right under your nose that doesn't have your best interest in mind. To me, this doesn't look like the loyal dog right now in this picture. This looks like someone who is hungry with very sharp teeth that is happy to devour you if you're not paying attention, okay? Devil in the reverse. What's going to hurt you is if you can't let go of the cycles, of the addiction, of the behavior that's, whatever this is that you're doing that's sabotaging yourself, That's what's going to hurt you. And all of those friends that party and hang out with you, you know, or all those people that don't do anything all day or whatever their deal is, they're going to give you whatever you need to not be successful, okay? They're going to give you every reason why you don't deserve success, why you're not good enough, right? They'll give you every can of beer, every whatever it is you're into. Hey, no, just stay a little longer. It's going to hurt you if you can't let go. You've got to come out of this conflict with the 5. You have to end this with the 10, okay? Death in the reverse. This is literally the same message over and over, okay? Whatever the plan was with these people, end it, okay? It's gonna hurt you to not transform. Lovers talks about making a choice, okay? Every time we enter into a relationship, even if it's just with one person, we make a choice. We make a choice to treat that person the way we treat ourselves. We make the choice to treat that person better than we would someone we're not with, right? Don't choose to treat someone better than you're treating yourself. Don't choose to treat someone that's not in alignment with you as good as you're treating yourself. Okay, you've got to come out of this conflict with the 5 here and take this new opportunity with the 1, okay? 6s talk about the calm after the storm. You can do this. Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is you being too emotionally attached to this situation. Maybe indulging too much, drinking too much. You know, you're trying to swim away from this magician, but you're looking at him. Can't move forward if you're looking in the rearview mirror, right? It's no way to drive. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of the Wands. Oh, I just moved my stuff in the reverse, okay? And this is why I couldn't figure out what's this Chariot not moving for. Because you don't want to stand up for yourself. You know, you're trying to avoid this conflict that's going to happen when you tell people, like, I really don't appreciate the way you just spoke to me. Or, I really don't want you putting your burdens on me. This actually is not my job. Okay? You're trying to avoid this conflict because you don't feel prepared to deal with this. You know, maybe you just got your mind right. Just got to a place where you're kind of feeling a little better. Or you could be feeling a little worse. It really depends on what this card means to you. It's easier to go with the flow than have to stand up to these people. And that's why your Chariot is not moving, okay? You have the capacity to do whatever you want to do, Libra. You really do. You have the inner strength. You know what you need to do. You just have to do it now, okay? I'm going to pull some self-care cards for you. This was a heavy reading, and I'm sorry for what you're going through, but really you don't need to stay trapped in this situation, and you know that. You know, you're going to have to deal with some conflict. You're going to have to deal with some friction. But that's really what the universe does. When things aren't in alignment with us, it makes it so that we are so uncomfortable we have no choice but to leave, okay? You got priorities coming out here. Get your priorities straight. When you know what's important, saying no gets much easier. Do we need to clarify that? I don't feel like we do. Okay? I don't. We have reflect. That's what you were doing with that 4 of Swords. Or maybe that's what you were avoiding with it in the reverse. Keep your eyes open. Joy lives in small places. More than anything, I think you need to figure out what you're doing. Because look, even in her hair is a butterfly, right? The transformation is here. But you've got to take the first step. You know, I think whoever it is in your life that could give you help, that is willing to take you in your time of need, you would do very well to contact that person. I don't believe that they would see you as a burden, Libra. All right, I hope that that was helpful to you. This has been your reading for the end of June. If it resonated or if there's anything you'd like to talk about, feel free to like or comment. If you think someone else would benefit from this information, do go ahead and click share. I will see you in July unless you see me sooner because I am uploading readings. So until then, take care of yourself, Libra, and I know that this will work out for you. Bye.